Welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we're teaching you this beautiful Bubu gown with a beautiful bow tie design at the front part of it. You can see how it's displayed right here. This is just so beautiful. You can see what we are going to be recreating and you can see the end product of it. So if this is what you want to learn in today's tutorial, stay tuned and watch till the end. Alright, here in all this fashion, the first thing we have to do is just to tell you what fabric we'll be using. For this particular tutorial, I'll be using Ankara fabric and we'll be using crepe fabric. Some people normally use satin, other kind of fabric for their bow tie design, but this one will be using crepe fabric. And the number of yards we'll be using for our Ankara for this particular tutorial is just 1 yard and 25 inches. You can see that I put it in fold and it is not up to 36 inches. So when I calculated it, it is 1 yard and 26 inches. It's just for myself since I'm not a plus size person. If you're someone who is a plus size, the person can use 2.5 yards or 2 yards if you just want it moderate as you saw it on my video. So the first thing we have to do is to fold it into 2. You can see me folding it out there into 2 because I want to be cutting it together. And the measurements, the length which we'll be using the full length. I will just minus out my starting line. The first thing I have to do here is to measure my shoulder, which my shoulder divided by 2 is 18 inches. And then the remaining part of it, I discovered that it's not much, so I know I'm going to be adding a sleeve extension. And then the sleeve extension will be the black fabric. The next thing I have to do is to get out my half length, under bust length, and then my hip length. That's what you can see me identified here. Identify my full length, my chest, my half length, and then my hip length measurement. As soon as I'm done doing that, the next thing I have to do is to come down with 1 inch, which is the shoulder slope. As soon as I'm done coming down with 1 inch for the shoulder slope, I will curve it together. You can see I'm cutting both the back piece and the front piece together. So for the back piece, I'm going to coming down by 1 inch and then 3 inch for the width. So I'm going to connect it all the way together, and then at that sleeve point I'm going to take measurements of 9 inch. If you're a plus size person, you can go with 11 or 10, but I'll be going with 9 inch. And then my measurements, my waist, my bust measurements, my bust circumference measurement is 34 divided by 2, we have 17, and then in fold again we put it there, and then I add 3 inches because I don't want it bigger than that 3 inch. If you want it bigger than 3 inch, you can add 4, whatever you do. And then I take it over to my hip measurement. That is what I am doing right away. And I already do it over to my hip measurement. As you can see, you will discover that I made it slant. That slant, when you watch the video, you will see that at some parts of the hip part is more as though you want to form a cow slant braid. So that is why I made it slant in that other way from the hip part. You can see me, I equally reduce 1 inch at the full length measurement, and then I curve all the way down. The next thing I have to do now is to cut it out. As you can see me cutting it out, the first thing we have to just check it to be sure that yes, everything is okay. I have to cut out my front piece. I'll have to outline my front piece, though I will not be cutting it right away, but I will outline it, and I'll be going with the neck depth of 7 inches. I want to just maintain some sense of decency. You can go with whatever inch you want it to be. So me, I'll be going with 7 inch, and right away I have to cut it all the way down. So for me to cut it out, I have to just use the back pattern cutting to cut it out first before cutting it out the front pattern, as you can see me do in this video. Yeah, I have to split it up into 2 and then cut it, narrow it exactly how I want it to be. Narrow it at that hip part and then down to the full length. As soon as I'm done doing that, I have to remove out the inner part, which is going to serve as the back piece of our outfit. and then cut out that V shape I have identified for the front pattern. I'm done cutting that out, and this is what we have. This is done and dusted for this particular thing. You can see how it looks, so you are good. Next thing I have to do over to is to the bow tie measurement, what I'm going to be cutting out. The first part, I have to cut it a longer piece, which I'm going to be using 32-inch, and then in fold I'll be using 4-inch. So in fold is going to be 2-inch. That is for the roper part, which you saw at the bow tie. Some people can use 2.5-inch depending on how big you want it to be, but mine, I want it to be just that exact 2-inch. You can see me, I've cut that out, and then I'm going to cut out the shorter part of it, though you see me cutting it out the same here, but I want to cut out the shorter part of it as well. When I cut it out together, I will reduce it later on. You can use 18-inch for that particular one, and then the other one 32-inch, because one will be shorter and the other one will be longer. You can see me now trimming out it just to make sure I have the shorter part and the longer part. Then when we watch closely in this video, you will see why we have both the shorter and the upper part together. You can see that right now I want to form out my bow tie. I will not be using a gum steel, though I don't want it, because sometimes when you use it, you end up, when you wash it once, twice, it has fallen out. So I double this thing into 4. I fold it into 4, just having all my crepe just doubled into 4, and then I measure all the way down. Oh, sorry about the disturbance on the phone. So you can see what I'm doing over here. What I'll be using is 8 inches in the length and then 11-inch at the width. So that is what I'll be using. You can use way wider than that if you want yours wider. And then the next thing I have to do is to take it over to the sewing machine. You can see the turning which I've done at the down part of it. I've sewn it, both the interface of the upper part of the back piece. And then I have folded the bow tie, which I'll be using as well, and I equally want to measure for you to see again. I have 11-inch the length, and then the breadth I have 8 inches for the bow tie to just do. That is what I'll be using. And then you can see the long one, which is 32 inches. That is for the roper part, and then you can see the shorter part of it, which is for the 18-inch. Now I'm going to show you why I had to divide it in that way, so you can get it done and get it right in. Now for the front piece, you can see that I've actually made, sorry I didn't show you the interface on what I cut out, because this particular piece there was no lining for it. So how I cut it out and then place it here, I've done the interface and then the folding at the down piece already. So what you have to do is just to take it to the ironing table and then iron it all the way down. So this is how it's going to be. The first thing I have to do now is to determine where that bow tie point is going to start from. I put 12-inch. 12-inch is 1 inch higher than my underboard. Some people can use exactly their underboard. My underboard is 13 inches, but I'm using 12-inch here. And then I will just mark it all that way. And then I'll go in by 3-inch. I had to turn it the other way because I discovered maybe you are not seeing it clearly. And then what I have to do is to fix in the longer part of the rope first. I'll fix it from the beginning down to the last part at which it stops. From that beginning, you mark in 3-inch. So that's the 3-inch at which I'm putting my pin, as you can see me do. I'm putting it right away there just to make it okay and stand firm. You can use your pin to just pin it all the way down before you take it down to the sewing machine and match. First of all, you want all these things to be okay and together first before you take it down to the sewing machine. So you can just take out the shorter part of it, raise this longer one a bit up, and then put it beneath it and do the same pinning the same way I'm doing. Mind you, it is not going to be on a straight line. Definitely it's going to be on a slant line. This particular piece is on a slant line, so a straight line is not advisable for you to do it. I went ahead to do out a little print on it just to get out that bow tie from, and I want to stitch it together just to make it fine, so I had to get it thread and tight it all the way together. You can use your needles, you can go over to your sewing machine to do that, but I want to use my thread to do this, and then just to get the effect at which I want it to be. Remember, it must be at the center part of it. So as soon as I'm done doing that, I'll raise out the long part of the rope and then place it at the exact point at which the half part of it starts from. Make sure it is slanty. You don't want to make it straight. Straight is not where the beauty lies. Make sure it's slanty, and then I'll place that longer part on it to cover up those threads which I have tied out, and just to make it so beautiful and professional. So you see me doing that. What I have to do right away is to get out my pin and then pin it all together, just to make sure it's accurate and coming out so beautiful. All those parts at which where the bow tie ends, so at the end of it we'll have to use our needle and thread to stitch it all the way down and make it so beautiful. So I'll take it over to my sewing machine and sew it all together. You can see this is where I'm done doing that. You can just go ahead and attach your sleeve. These are my sleeve extension which I'll be using for this particular piece. I will just attach it, sew it together, join out all my fabric at the two sides with my pockets. So as soon as I'm done joining out the fabric at the two sides with my pockets at the sewing machine, you can see where my sleeve extension, which I'm talking about, is with the black fabric. Then with my fabric and my pockets, what you have to do is just to go over to your ironing table and then iron the way down, just to make everything relax and so beautiful. If you have watched all to this time, please do not forget to like, comment, just drop a comment for me, and I'll be there to reply you on what you want me to teach you or what you don't understand. As soon as you're done with that, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please try to be part of our wonderful family. You can see how this came out about. This is so beautiful, and this is just the easiest way of getting this. Try it and then send it to our community platform to see how everybody's going to applaud it. Bye bye.